guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a highly requested video for you. I am going to be doing the how I found out that I was pregnant at 6 months, a long story time, and also a Q&A. I guess we'll just see how this video turns out. A few disclaimers: I am filming this on my iPhone, so sorry for the quality. I also am filming this on a rainy, gloomy day, so I have to use a light that's not a studio light because I do not have studio lights, so the coloring might be a little off. Also, Maddie is eating dinner right now, and I turned Coco Melon down as far down as I can. If you hear her or that in the background, that is why. But without further ado, let's get into the video. So I asked you guys over on TikTok to ask me some questions, and my friend John actually picked out the questions. I have not seen them yet. It's gonna be a surprise as much to you as to me. The first question is, how did you find out? From Addison M_8. So it all starts on October 3rd, 2018. I was at work, and for some reason I didn't feel not myself, but I didn't feel myself, if that makes sense. I don't know. One point in the day, I felt something move in my tummy. And it didn't feel like when people say, oh, I got butterflies. I saw a cute guy and I saw butterflies. It didn't feel like that. It was as if there was actually something inside of me moving. So I was like, that's weird. That's not, I don't think that's normal. I was like, all right, just take a test. I don't know why my mind went straight there, but I was just like, just take a test. I ended up taking that test, and of course it came out positive. I guess I'll just tell you right now how I found out how far along I was. First thing I wanted to do was make sure that the baby was healthy. So I made a fast appointment to just get a verification of pregnancy, which means you go in and you get a scan, they verify that you're pregnant, and they can also take a picture of the heartbeat. So just like the sound waves, you don't get to hear it or anything. When I went, although on their website, they said that they don't do this, but she did it. She said, wow, the baby's kind of really big. And I thought, oh wow, I'm gonna have like a 10-pound baby. And then she clarified and said that she believed that I was about 6 to 6.5 months along in my pregnancy. And I was like, what? I was shocked. And of course I wasn't expecting to hear that, how far along I was at this appointment, because they said they didn't do that. My dad was actually there at the appointment with me. I guess he was just taking everything in. It wasn't really a conversation after that until a few weeks later, or like a week or two later. I went to my actual appointment, and yo, this lady lied to me. She was a whole month off. I was still very far along in my pregnancy. I was about 5 months, but I was not 6 to 6.5 months pregnant. I was 5 months. I was still very far along, so it wasn't a huge deal, but I had another month to prepare and get ready to be a mom, and I had a lot of things to do. I was still living at home, so I had to move out, find an apartment and move out. I had to get everything ready for a baby. I had to get things for myself because everything that I had at my parents' house was staying at my parents' house. That was my parents' stuff. I had never bought furniture of my own. I just had a lot to do. My main thing was making sure the baby was healthy. I wasn't taking prenatal vitamins. I wasn't eating properly. I wasn't doing anything that I was supposed to be doing when you're pregnant. How did my body keep my little girl so healthy for 5 months when I didn't even know about her? Everything went super fast because obviously I found out in October, and when I went to my appointment, they told me that I was due January 30th of 2019. So I didn't have that much time to get ready, but I feel like people are not kidding and not joking when they say you kind of just snap into this mode. And I knew I had a lot to do. My family and friends helped me a lot. I had such amazing support from my friends and family. Everything happened fast and quick, but we're here now. She is almost 1.5 years now. She is very healthy, very happy. She is an amazing little girl. So the next question is, how did you feel when you found out? Valerie_Chula06 is your username. How did I feel? So again, I want to say, because a lot of people think that I'm younger than I am. Currently today in 2020, I am 28 years old. I just turned 28, in April. Back in 2018 when I found out, I was 26 and I had her when I was 26. I was old enough to move out and get everything that I needed, my own place. I had a job and I was able to get multiple jobs if I needed to financially, which I did at one point. I was working 3 jobs at once. So I was able to do what I needed to do. I don't really remember being scared. I remember just thinking, I need to do what I need to do. I need to handle my responsibilities. It was a mix of emotions, a mix. You're happy, you're scared, you're nervous, you're excited, you're worried, all in one. It's not a feeling you can really explain. So the next question is, how did your family react? By lulbabyy.nicole. So I'm going to tell you how my friends and family reacted. It's only 5 people. So I'll start with my mom. So I came home and my mom was painting my sister's room because she had previously moved out and my mom wanted to paint her walls. I opened the door and she asked me how my night was and I said that I needed to speak with her. We sat downstairs and she was like, "What's up?" And I was like, "I know why I've been feeling weird lately, or what's wrong with me." She was like, "What?" I was like, "I'm pregnant." And she's like, "Huh?" And I was like, "I'm pregnant." I kept whispering it. She's like, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm pregnant." She was shocked. And then the questions that come with that. But that was pretty much her reaction. She wasn't mad. It was more shock and disbelief. But again, I was 26 years old. So it's not like I couldn't move out and provide for a child. Although I wasn't financially stable in any means, I had the ability to do so. And then she just said that I was gonna have to tell my dad, so she went to go see if he was awake and he wasn't. So her and I spoke for a little bit and we were talking about how I had to make a doctor's appointment, how we'd have to look for apartments and all of this stuff. And then I went to go tell my dad. But for my dad, I went up to their bedroom and my mom was there and she said that I needed to tell him something. And I don't know why, I automatically just started bawling my eyes out. You know, maybe it was just the pregnancy and maybe it's a very difficult thing, I guess, to say when it's just out of the blue. I was like, and he was just like, "Just tell me, just tell me." I was just like, "You're gonna be a grandfather." I remember that's what I said to him. And for the first time in my 26 years of living, I saw him make a bed. That's how I knew I stressed my dad out. They knew that I would just have to step up and handle my responsibilities. I just wanted to make a disclaimer. My parents love Madison to death. Madison is always Gigi, that's what she calls my mom, and Pop Pop, which is what she calls my dad. Gigi, Pop Pop, Gigi, Pop Pop, Gigi, Pop Pop, all the time. Every day, she wants to see Gigi and Pop Pop. I love their relationship. Gigi's her best friend. She would want them to move in with us. She would. So the next person is my sister. So my younger sister, at this point, I can't really remember how old she was. She was no longer living at home, so we were gonna have to FaceTime her. She thought I was pranking her at first, so she answers the FaceTime. There was a wasp. Is that an insect? No way, Jose. False alarm. It was not inside. She was not inside. She's falling. Get a grip. Anyway, so we FaceTime called my sister and she was just, "Okay, what's up?" I was prolonging it because I was more afraid to tell my sister. She is very straightforward. It tells you how it is. Not that she was going to be like, ill. I knew she was going to be nice about it, but I knew she was also going to have some words with me about a certain thing about it, which I'm not going to mention. I was like, "Okay, hi, what's up?" She was like, "Just tell me." I ended up telling her that I was pregnant and she thought I was pranking her at first, and she was like, "Mom, is she pranking me?" But then she said congratulations. She had to get off the phone because she had work to do. And now I'm going to tell you about my friends John and Tazim. So first I'm going to start with John. So my daughter calls him Uncle John. We've been friends since 2010, so now 10 years. Whoa, that's crazy. We used to work together. We stayed friends because both of us are into doing this. And I was singing at the time and doing covers, and he was, what was he doing? He was just being John. I'll have all his stuff linked down below. He is the one that picked these questions, so shout out to him for that. I actually told him before I actually took my test. So I told him that I was planning on taking a test, and he was just like, okay, tell me the results. And I ended up sending him a picture, but I didn't hear from him for a few hours. But anyway, I believe he was still in school. Maybe not, I don't know. I'm gonna give you an excuse. So I just remember him texting me and saying, how do you feel? I'm here to support you no matter what. And I guess like, what are you gonna do? Not in like a mean way whatsoever, but everything was very supportive. And of course, congratulations. He went through the process with me. He knows everything, nitty gritty, everything about Madison and I's life, and he's like a part of the family. I mean, she calls him Uncle John, so. And throughout my doctor's appointments and stuff, he always knew when I was going. He would ask me how I was. He was super supportive. He came to see Maddie when she was in the NICU. He's been an amazing part of our family, and we appreciate him and love him so much. Next, I'm gonna talk about my friend Tizim. Auntie Zim, Auntie Zimi, Auntie Tata. I also told her that I was gonna take the test before I actually took it. She was just like, what? You can't just say that and not give a background. Oh, sorry. She is from the UK, so that is why I have an accent. But she's like, you can't just say that and not give any context. And I was like, oh, well, I did a thing that could result in a child, okay? Up until I took the test, we were texting. Like, she was there for me 110%. She was there in the bathroom with me when I took the test, texting me. She wasn't physically there, obviously. I just remember texting her the picture of the test. I think I still have the picture. I will insert the picture that I actually sent to her. And she was like, oh my god. Oh my god. So you're pregnant. I was like, yeah, but I'm gonna take another test tomorrow in the morning because that's the best time to take the test. Although the line, as you can see in the picture, is clearly there. She was like, yeah, take another test tomorrow and we will see. We'll see. Because, you know, you never know. And I'm like, girl, there are two lines. It's not gonna give me a false positive. I'm pregnant. Oh, and she was like, just take the other test and let me know how it turns out tomorrow, right? So then I took the other test the next day in the morning. I was like, girl, I'm pregnant. And she has been another person that has been there since day... I shouldn't have said that phrasing. She has been another person that's been there day in and day out. She sent us so much support, moral support. She's just been there through everything. She is also like John. She's another person not blood related to us, but we consider family, and we appreciate and we love you so much. I hate you. Okay, so next question. I'm currently 12 weeks, 4 days preggo. Congratulations. I was wondering how long your morning sickness was, and were you scared to be a mom? This is from bloodymarley. I actually didn't have morning sickness. I didn't know that I was pregnant until I was 5 months along. I was lucky and didn't have that. People watching this right now, comment down below if you have any remedies for that. I honestly don't know. I'm sorry. And were you scared to be a mom? I am still scared to this day. And I think I'll be scared for the rest of my life, because every single day you just don't know what's going to happen. You have to be prepared for everything and anything. It's just like the worry factor is always there, and I'm scared of not being the best mom that I can be, because there's no right or wrong way to be a parent. Everyone finds what works for them and what works for their child. That's all I'm trying to do, and that's what I will continue to do for the rest of my life. Next question, what is your least favorite thing about your pregnancy? From Queen Amy A. 06. So the least favorite thing about my pregnancy was the fact that I didn't know until very late on in my pregnancy. Next question, how long were you in labor? From Lucy_Miller24. I want to say 5-ish hours. So I ended up having an emergency C-section. I started having contractions at 6:30 p.m. on January 29th, 2019, and her due date was the next day, so it wasn't weird that I started having contractions. And I jumped in the shower and just kind of relaxed a little bit because they weren't super close together. And then around 7:30, my water started like trickling out. And I called my mom. She was like, is it time? And I was like, it is time. I'll see you there. It kind of went very quickly. So when I got to the hospital and they checked me, I was only 2 centimeters. When they were checking me, they noticed anytime I would have a contraction, Maddie's heart rate would go down, and that's normal, but it wouldn't go back up to where it was before. So they kept monitoring me, and then they realized that I wasn't going to be able to have her naturally. She wouldn't be able to make it through. I wouldn't be able to make it through. So I got an emergency C-section. Her time of birth was 11:29 p.m. on January 29th. A lot of it is just blurry moments. Okay, so next question is, how did you choose Madison's name? From Hyba01XX. I honestly do not know. I felt for the longest time I thought I knew what I would name my children when I had them. I just remember looking for a name that could have a nickname, which sounds, I guess, really weird. I saw someone spell their nickname M-A-D-I, and their nickname was Maddie, and I thought that was cool. And then I found the name Madison, and I was like, cool. That's why I spell her nickname Maddie, M-A-D-I, because I thought it was cool. I don't know. I came up with her name the next day that I found out that I was having a girl. So it wasn't a long process of me figuring it out. So next question is, how many kids besides Madison do you want? From _Adalia_. For right now, I think that I am the one and done. Being a parent is a full-time job. Being a parent is something that you can't just like pick and choose when you want to do it. It is something that you have to take very seriously, and I want someone to understand that, especially going into a relationship, already having a child of my own. I need someone that's going to fully understand that. So I think the important thing is to find someone that is going to be understanding of the fact that I have a child and I can't just drop things on a whim and go and do whatever I want. I have responsibilities. And in that case, if I do find someone like that, I would love to have 1 or 2 more kids. But right now, I'm one and done. I'm great. I'm good. I'm super happy. Me, my little girl. Okay, next question is, what's yours and Madison's favorite food to have? Louis Nash 123 is the username. If it's my cheat day, we love eating pizza together. And how have you guys been occupying yourself through quarantine? itdobe.autumn.tho is the username. Wait, I like that. itdobe.autumn.tho. Itdobe.autumn though. She be asking this question though. I actually am working. I worked through most of quarantine, but on days that I am not at work, we just play a lot. She, again, is 1.5, so she's just running around discovering a lot of things, and she loves watching Coco Melon. We color. She loves bubbles. Can I get a shout out? So shout out to Brielli5628, that is the username. Also, what is your favorite outfits for Madison? I love putting her in little rompers, pastel colors, anything super cute, but she's able to play in it. How did you overcome all the stress with all the obstacles you walked through? And this is from Megan1. I'm not gonna go too in depth on this question, just like surface answer. I assume you know the background about my daughter's father and all of that, and I think it was just a healing. I had to go through a healing process, and I had friends and family and you guys to help me along, and also talking to other moms, other single moms, and other people who have gone through similar situations. It's taken a long time, but we are getting to a very happy place. I am in a very happy place, happier than I've been in the longest time. And I've had multiple people that are around me a lot to say that they see a change in me and they see that Maddie's happy, I'm happy, everything's kind of falling into place. I think it was just first me being open and honest with myself and saying that I'm not in a right situation. I need to make the decision for Maddie and myself that's going to be healthier for us. After that, it was just going kind of through the motions of life and the support of my friends and family, and like I said to you guys. And now they're not, I'm not going through the motions of life. I'm actually living. It seems like it happened like that, but it was a long time. Out of respect for the other parties in the situation, I don't think I will ever on my channel go super in depth about myself and my relationship with my daughter's father. Okay, next question. What is your favorite part about being a parent? I think just watching her grow, and I was amazed, and everyone that met her was amazed when she was younger. She had such a personality already. To see that blossom into an even bigger personality has been insane. The stuff that she knows and retains, she probably knows things that I don't even know that she knows right now. She hears things and absorbs it, and she repeats things. I mean, she stood up for the first time and walked for the first time. It was only a day difference. She started walking the next day. I was shocked. I was like, what? Girl, where did you get that? Have you been able to do that the whole time? You crazy. She can say her ABCs. She can count up to 10. I'm amazed by her. I'm shocked by her. It's so fun being a parent, but also so scary and worrying, but also so rewarding. It's insane. She's changed my life completely. All right, guys, the last question. How did you find your worth and happiness after all this? All right, so this kind of ties into the other question that I had, I guess. Let me say the username, _ I am Jade _ Oh, and the username before this was shortiemaddie. I'm sorry, shortiemaddie. Oh, Maddie, hi. For this question, I'll talk about how I found my happiness after having an unexpected pregnancy in general. I was never unhappy with my pregnancy, with Maddie, or any of that. Things got very difficult financially and with relationships and stuff. Having a great support and realizing that those issues were temporary, and although it was hard in the moment and it sucked so bad, and you think a lot of the time, why me? Like, why can't something just good happen? Like, I had this beautiful little girl, which was amazing, but why can't we be dealt like a good hand for like a second so we can like enjoy what I just want to enjoy? I want to give her the world. It's just going to be a process. It's going to be work, but at the end of the day, once you see the results, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. So I can't wait to see what life brings us. I think the happiness really came from time, months and months of just, without even knowing it, working on myself by just making the right decisions to get out of certain situations. I guess that's it. If I did not answer your question, don't worry. Comment your question down below. I'll go through and answer some of the questions for you guys. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you're notified when I post a new video. I think I will be posting every Saturday. Let me know in the comments, guys, if you want just Saturday posting or you'd want 2 days a week. I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.